Linkin Park are doing something huge to commemorate the 20th anniversary of their debut album, Hybrid Theory. We're getting new demos, new material, songs that we've never heard before or else never have heard in their proper format, and also a deluxe edition box set that's going for $265. I'm just gonna leave my PayPal link down below if anyone's feeling generous, maybe from one Linkin Park fan to another, because I definitely cannot swing that one. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John, and it's time to talk about She Couldn't, the first single off of the deluxe edition reissue of Hybrid Theory, a song that's been floating around the internet since the late 2000s. The band, including Mike Shinoda, have commented on it, but they've never officially put it out. I have a feeling that a lot of that had to do with the sample clearing issues. Mos Def is featured on this track as something that they sampled, and his vocals are kind of spliced in. This is a song that relies heavily on Joe Hahn as the turntabler, as the sampler, and a lot of scratching is all over this track. I think that Linkin Park with Hybrid Theory showed off that it could be extremely heavy, but also heavy in an emotional sense. It wasn't just rap rock and they were throwing so much angry grenade at you all the time. They proved that they could actually have the sad emotion in there as well, and you could scream not just because you were angry, but because you're sad or fucked up about something from your past. Now, Chester Bennington on this track is definitely an ace. He shows off his vulnerability, his diversity as a vocalist. It reminds me a lot of a track like My December from the deluxe edition of Hybrid Theory. It wasn't on the album proper in those 12 tracks, but I think most fans are aware of it. It's more atmospheric and moody, and this passage here was recorded in the late 90s, like 98, 99. It's very interesting to listen to, because I'm not going to call this one of my favorites from that album, those sessions, or anything like that, but it feels extremely special too. Chester definitely has some great vocals on this track. I like that there's a few peaks where we can really see that intensity pick up and we hone in on those words because it's just chilling as he really lays into that part. Mike Shinoda as a rapper on this track is present, but it feels very distant, almost like the dew on the grass on a cold fall morning or something, and you're just looking out and there's like a light drizzle of rain. It's definitely something that evokes a lot of imagery because it feels atmospheric as hell. It's also a lot longer than a traditional Linkin Park song, especially at that time. It's just over 5 minutes, and a lot of that just kind of winds back in this looping instrumental. We get this light guitar that does sound nice, although it does start to get a little bit flat in places. The turntables are scratching around, building up this loop, this sample from Mos Def. It's an interesting cut, and it's nice to see where their mind was at. It wasn't just on building these heavy bangers that people could scream along to. They also had the introspection on lock. Lyrically, She Couldn't does feel a bit innocuous, like we're not entirely sure what's going on here, and I kind of like the fact that they leave it up to the individual to decide how they interpret the track. Is this about somebody that's anonymous? Is it about a personal experience? I'm not entirely sure, but your heart kind of breaks for whoever the character in question is, if this is something that they actually went through. She knew that she couldn't stay. Somebody is getting pushed away. There's a lot of hard feelings out there, and the track does feel icy in that regard, and I appreciate it. I think that it starts to settle into your psyche with multiple listens. It's repetitive, but the key to that is that it's not dumb repetition. They're not just beating it into the ground because they're saying like one key phrase or word. There's just an entire perspective that they're trying to give you here, and I think it does work out in the long run. I can also appreciate the light rumbling bass that slowly works its way in. It's not too forceful, it's not like overbearing, but it really fits the track quite well. So while Chester and Joe are definitely the stars of this track, you can tell that it was a full band effort, and overall for me, She Couldn't is a solid tune that definitely has me excited to hear more of these demos of these unreleased songs that we have not heard. I believe there's 12 total from Hybrid Theory. I'm gonna give this track a 4, and to push on past that, I am really excited for Hybrid Theory to turn 20. Do you guys want to see videos surrounding that? I'm planning to do a redemption review for the entire record on the anniversary, October 24th. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I just decided I would do it on the 20th anniversary. But would you also like to see me rank all of the tracks from worst to best on the standard album, something else related to it, maybe cover all of the demos once they're officially out October 9th? Let me know in the comments section down below, and let me know what you think about Linkin Park being back, quote unquote. Of course, this isn't new music, it's just being unearthed to us for the first time ever, but it's still exciting. It just kind of gives you this nostalgic feeling that brings you back to this band that you were once so in love with. Not that we're not now, it's just that things are of course different. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below, leave a like on the video. If you want to see more Linkin Park themed videos that I've made in the past, then tap this playlist here, or you can tap here for another recent track review. All of my socials, including my PayPal, if you want to throw that my way so I can get the box set, just kidding, but not really. Those are all in the description down below, and I will see you soon for more right here on Beyond ARTV.